This is Ruben Lowing. This is my leadership talk for today. This is Monday here in McAllen, Texas. It's really amazing how things happen. The coincidences. I've stopped believing in coincidences a while ago. I've been working on this talk about creating permanent change. Okay, you hear finding your why, or finding your purpose, or or who you really are. Okay, it's all the same process. Okay, and so my pastor on Sunday was giving a talk about God's purpose and God's plan. That's what it is. And he said that he quoted Mike Tyson, like, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face. So here's what happens with people. They do the fake it till you make it, right? And they try to create habits, all right? But as soon as there's crisis in their life, they let go of those habits that they're trying to, those success habits that they're trying to develop. And you find out who they really are when crisis hits, okay? And depends on something little can be a crisis, like having to talk to people about our business, or having to talk to people about their finances or about life insurance, and those things cause a little crisis in people's minds. You mention life insurance and they think death, right? That's what they think about, right? Or expenses. They'll find any excuse to not get a policy, okay? And because it scares them. It's a topic they don't like to talk about, right? But what really is interesting, though, is you get people, you find out who they really are when the crisis hits, all right, and how they act and how they what they revert back to. They revert back to their norm. They go back to their subconscious programming until that subconscious programming is changed. You're going to find some people, and they're rare, okay, that have goals, they have dreams, they have a set desired outcome that they want, right? And those people will hold on to those dreams with a white knuckle grip. You can't shake them from it, okay? They may divert from it for a while, but they'll come back. They'll come back to it, okay? And when if there was a parking lot or a gymnasium full of people, and someone comes along with enough enthusiasm and says, "Let's go!" the majority are going to follow to a point where they've determined, do I want to keep going this way? Is this going to get me what I really want? Okay? And if it does, they keep going. If it doesn't, they stop. Okay? And the ones that stop are usually the ones that don't have a desired outcome to start off with. They don't have a dream. They don't have a direction, and they never have. Okay? And so to get them to go again, or to keep them going, you've got to feed that dream. You got to help them create a plan for themselves. Okay? And then if you get somebody who doesn't move off their square, okay, you've got another leader. And they've got their direction, they've got their plan, and that's why they're not following. Okay, you got to go back to them and say, listen, and you got to show, if you can show them how to get to where they want to go, faster by going with you, then they'll lead from the front. Okay. And what I've figured out is it's easier. If you find the guy that's already the leader, and what I mean by leader, what do you mean by leader? How do you know a leader? Well, they're good at leading themselves. Okay, they got their plan, and they've got their purpose. They figured out their purpose. Okay, they did it for themselves. Okay, and they'll resonate with what we do, especially with the meeting mentality. Okay, and that's like so important, because through the meeting mentality, those people who don't have a dream and don't have a direction, they'll start to formulate it in their mind with all the input that we get from the meetings, okay, and the workshops and the training, okay. And that's why that's so important. I mean, if I could, from what I've gathered from my business, the thing that is the most important is the meeting mentality, because it will foster, it'll do that for you. And I got people that don't want to plug in the meetings, and they keep coming at me for answers, and I'm like, there, if you plug into the Zoom meetings, all right, and you go through the workshops, you'll get all your answers, okay. And otherwise you're going to get it from me. You're waiting to get it from me, and that's a lag, because you'll duplicate what I do, right? So so you don't want to do that. You don't want to be the one to tell somebody. You sure don't want to be the one to tell somebody wrong, okay? And it's always better if you get them to figure it out for themselves, right? I know when I was training for Roy Jones Sr., he was one of those trainers who didn't teach you combinations. He let you work out your own combinations. He taught you the technique of the punches, the individual punches, but you could put them together any way you wanted, right? And you didn't establish certain set patterns that other people could establish counter patterns to, all right? So, that's, if you watch Mike Tyson enough, you'll see Mike Tyson's got set patterns. And if you're like Lomachenko, all right, you can calculate, you can figure out counter combinations and work on them, and then make them part of your subconscious, and then you've got his number, right? Hear that, Roy? Let's see if he listens. All right, but this is the thing. This is what unlocks this and makes it so important, is developing the right combinations for your finances, or for your marketing, for your business. And you're only going to get that by plugging into the Zoom meetings, the training, and the workshops. All right, that's my leadership for today.